The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of Bronxnet or the program underwriters.
Bronxnet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello and welcome to the one and only show that opens the Bronx and the rest of the world right to you. I'm your guest host, Sylvia Anglin, filling in for Daren Jaime. And of course, you're watching the one and only interactive talk show, bringing the best of the Bronx and the world to you. First up, for 25 years, they've been the voice of those suffering from HIV and AIDS virus in the Bronx. We're going to find out what they have in store for the next 25. Plus, Move Over Fordham Road. Store owners from Southern Boulevard say their neighborhood is the new go-to shopping center. And one of New York's most successful youth organizations is hosting their annual gala and honoring those who have given back. We'll tell you this and so much more later in the show. Also, our very own youth media coordinator discusses how you can get hands-on training right here at Bronxnet. Finally, get ready to go out into the open and discover how a severe situation in the Middle East is affecting the Bronx. So stay tuned. All this and much more is headed your way because you are now officially open. Hello, Bronxites. I'm your host, Sylvia Anglin, and today is Wednesday, August 31st, 2011. And of course, you're watching Open, the only live and interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York straight to your TV set. Feel free to give us a call at 718-960-7241 or send an email to open@bronxnet.org. We invite you to write to us on Twitter at BronxNetTV. We want to hear from you. Tweet us throughout the show. Since its inception in 1986, Bronx AIDS Services continues to help more than 8,000 Bronx residents with programs that are aimed to assist individuals who are living with HIV and AIDS, people who think they might have contracted the virus or at risk of exposure. They offer counseling, testing, street outreach, free legal services, and medical services. This year, they're celebrating 25 years of dedicated service to the Bronx community and commemorating that with a gala, celebrating in September. Here to speak on Bronx AIDS Services and the upcoming gala is Executive Director Jose Davila. Welcome to Open.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Can you tell me what is Bronx AIDS Services? Can you take me through the organization and where we are 25 years later?
Well, Bronx AIDS Services was founded in 1986 in response to the severe impact of the epidemic in the Bronx. It started as a small task force funded by the New York State AIDS Institute, and with the help of many other organizations, it grew up to be what it is today, a $7 million organization with about 80 employees, providing about 14 different streams of programs and services for people that are either infected or affected by HIV and AIDS. So
what kind of programming is there? Is there testing program, medical programming, and sort of outreach and aftercare programming?
Well, it's a combination of programs that basically are tailored to the needs and the populations that are affected in the Bronx. We do a lot of prevention with youth, both female and male, particularly young gay males. We do counseling and testing at our sites and also in 3 mobile units that are basically roaming the Bronx 24/7. We have programs for people that are infected, helping them get housing, get proper entitlements. We assist them with legal services when they have issues with landlords that are abusing their rights. We have food pantry and nutritional counseling for those that need it. So the services are basically tailored to the different segments of the population that are affected.
So you're celebrating 25 years of Hands and Hearts. What exactly is that? Can you explain that to me?
Well, Hands and Hearts that make a difference is our motto. And we are celebrating this year 25 years of our organization being founded. So that we're, celebrating 25 years of Hands and Hearts come from.
Okay, so that's your organization motto,
Yeah.
and you've been working in the Bronx, especially with teens and young adults, to as far as outreach and prevention. Over the last 25 years, how have you seen the crisis and the epidemic handled here in the Bronx, and also the global view of the AIDS and HIV virus in the world?
Well, it's very interesting that you mix the global epidemic with the Bronx epidemic, because we're actually fighting a third world country epidemic in the Bronx. The rates of infection, the conditions of the people that are affected are very similar to what happens in third world countries here in the United States. So we have, in the past 25 years, focused our efforts in, preventing the disease in people that are at risk, and also helping those that have the disease get into care and live healthier lives. That's been our focus for the last 25 years.
Why do you think that we're fighting a third world epidemic in the first world? Why is that?
Because the numbers that we experience in the Bronx are very similar to the numbers that third world countries experience in terms of the epidemic.
So do you think with education, prevention, and outreach will help with the epidemic? Have you seen change? Is there a shift? Has there been a shift?
Yes, there has been. We're very, very proud of the work that we do and of the impact that we've had in the Bronx fighting the epidemic. We've seen people that were destitute and homeless and really sick get better, get proper housing, get proper nutrition, and begin living longer and healthier lives. Now, with that comes what we want to do for the next 25 years, which is make sure that those people stay healthy and become again productive members of society. If they want to reach, education, they want to get employment. That's what we want to do now, help them get to that next level and reintegrate them into society.
And also, this year you're celebrating your 25th year, so you have a gala going on. Can you tell us about the gala that's happening on September 22nd?
That is correct. The gala is going to be at 24 Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. It's going to be honoring three very distinguished and deserving individuals that have been in the fight against HIV/AIDS since the very beginning. Dr. Gary Calcott, Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer at Montefiore Hospital. James Albino, Senior Program Manager of the Office of National AIDS Policy in the White House, which happens to be a Bronx kid. We're very proud of him. And Frank Oldham Jr., who is the President of the National Association of People Living with AIDS, who has been in the front lines of advocacy against HIV/AIDS since the very beginning. It's going to be a very nice affair. We have, we're going to have open bar, celebratory event, and we want to mark this very, very important milestone and move on to the next 25 years of the organization.
So these three phenomenal individuals will be honored along with the others. I'm sure there's countless others who you can't sort of congratulate everyone, but I'm sure there are many people in your organization that are there every day doing that hard work. Can you tell me where, if people want to find out more information, if they want to find out more information about your organization, about the gala, or just receiving more information about HIV and AIDS services in the Bronx, what can they do?
Well, they can go to our website, www.basnyc.org, and we have a page there that is dedicated to promoting the event. They certainly can buy tickets and come and participate in honoring these very important individuals and celebrating our 25th anniversary, or they can make a donation to support our programs and services.
You mentioned there are two mobile units that travel the Bronx offering services and outreach. Where can people find these mobile units?
The mobile units have a weekly schedule that is also published on our website. Okay. So if people want to know where the mobile units are going to be and where they can get HIV testing free and counseling and referral to services, they can go to the website and check the mobile unit schedule. And they go through the different neighborhoods of the Bronx, different days and evenings of the week.
Thank you, Jose, for serving the Bronx community for 25 years. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Sylvia, for having me.
Thank you. Stay right here because there's so much more right after this on Open.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone. But you're not alone. At iava.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. iava.org. We've got your back.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
Did you know that getting up and getting active for just 60 minutes a day is all it takes to help you get stronger, look better, and feel great?
Or that fresh fruits and veggies aren't just healthier and crunchier, they can taste better too?
Eating better and more active is easier than
I'm anxious to hear about this. So
We're watching for some fun and easy ways to discover the magic of healthy living in your life.
America.
Let's get healthy together!
Mom, I'm not gonna go to college.
What are you saying? You've got to go to college.
Well, they offered me a job and...
Son, college is much more important.
No.
Yes.
No, Mom.
Yes.
Anyways, it's my decision.
Okay, well then decide what degree you're going to get because you will go to college.
Their tomorrow depends on your words today. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool, really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost.
Hello there and welcome back to Open. So we're here sitting with Jabel and Kerry, who are going to tell us about why shoppers who may not have trekked into the city can now get their shopping done with merchants located on Southern Boulevard in the hopes they hope that this will be like a one-stop shopping destination of the future. To see this goal accomplished, the first ever Merchants Association was created to help bring businesses back to the booming neighborhood that was once burning. They've also created a website to help in their marketing campaign. Welcome to the set.
Thank you.
So can you tell me what was the thought in developing this Merchants Association and why Southern Boulevard?
Okay, so,
Okay. Because like Southern Boulevard is the like you just say right now, in future it's gonna be one-stop shopping. It's like a lot of people are moving around. There's a lot of way to get into Southern Boulevard. You got buses, train, nice neighborhood. That's why we think that like if we form these things, it's gonna help Southern Boulevard to have the best shopping center in the future.
So can you tell me how many businesses are part of this Merchants Association?
It's about 102 so far.
And it's growing, I'm sure.
It's growing so fast.
So can you tell me, are you working with any sort of larger franchises, like say a Target, a Walmart, or maybe a Hollister, American Eagle?
We trying to see if we can get those people to come, like somebody like American Eagle, Hollister, all of those. We need those around. Something like a Victoria's Secret, we need that around. We need some like a party dresses, like, you know, there's a lot of women that going out, like to dress nice, and we don't have enough like party dresses.
Yeah, I was going to say Gap, like keeping it simple, like a Gap, something like that. Can you tell me what would it mean if you have like a large sort of anchor franchise, a large nationally recognized franchise to come in and become a part of your Merchants Association?
It will help a lot because there's a lot of money going out that if there was in there, the money will stay in Southern Boulevard.
How much money would you project that, you know, Southern Boulevard can add to the Bronx?
A couple of $1 million a year.
Wow.
Yeah,
there's a lot of millions of dollars that going out of Southern Boulevard that it should stay in Southern Boulevard.
Yeah, WEDCO worked with the New York City Department of Small Business Services to assess the neighborhood around Southern Boulevard, and what we found was that $146 million is actually leaking out of the neighborhood. So that's money that residents in the community are spending outside of the neighborhood that they could be spending on Southern Boulevard.
Have you targeted or isolated the locations where they're spending this in? Are they spending it in Manhattan? Are they going up to Westchester? Where are they spending this $140 million?
They're spending it in other shopping districts in the Bronx, in Manhattan and Westchester. You nailed it on the head.
Wow. And so the initiative of the Merchants Association is to sort of bring a couple of those dollars, if not bring that whole purse back to the Bronx. What are you guys doing to make this happen?
Exactly, you said it just right. What we're trying to do in working with the Southern Boulevard Merchant Association, JB and his fellow merchants are really trying to just attract shoppers back to Southern Boulevard. And so there are coordinated sales that they're planning on doing. They've had coordinated sales in the past where merchants come together and they organize on one particular day to have a sale. We're also looking at targeting new businesses to come to Southern Boulevard to create some of those anchor stores that you mentioned. And we've identified the areas in which people are shopping outside of the district. So we're targeting those kinds of stores like the women's clothing and, you know, some of the other things that JB mentioned to come to open up their new businesses on Southern Boulevard.
When you say Southern Boulevard, it's a long stretch of road here in the Bronx. Can you take me, are we going from beginning to end, or is there a specific section of Southern Boulevard that we're currently focusing on?
So we're currently focused on a specific section.
Like from 174th Street to Simpson Street.
Okay.
That's what we focus on, like, because it's it's a big lot of stores are there, and then it's easy to get in there. So we try to get all those stores filled up.
How much available retail space is there? I know a lot of times, you know, we're building, we're changing, the Bronx is developing once again.
Big time.
Can you tell me? Can you tell me how much space is there available? If someone's looking for like a big warehouse, you know, they're interested in, say, putting in like a Home Depot or something in that area. Is there space for that? Or
we got a couple of space that available for that, but mostly we have for small business space. That is the most that they have in there. And I mean, like, very soon I know all those space will be full because, like, people are getting to know Southern Boulevard now.
So one-stop shopping. So will I be able to go pick up my groceries?
Yep.
You know, pick up a nice pair of shoes,
get a nice
dress.
Yep. And then at the same time get in the restaurant and get your food and then get some ice cream even around there.
I was going to say, a lot of times when people think of businesses, they only think of, clothing, sort of the retail aspect of it. What about the restaurants, the mom and pop restaurants, and also the franchise restaurants? There's room.
We have nice restaurants over there, and then pizza stores, coffee stores. All of that is in Southern Boulevard, but people wasn't know, so that's what we want the people to know.
So, do you have a website? Where can people go to find out more information? Because I'm interested right now.
You could go to www.southernboulevard.org.
Okay, and there'll be a list of the merchants?
You're going to see the list of the merchants, and then if you want to come to Southern Boulevard, it's going to show you how to get over there, and then it's going to show you exactly what we're trying to do. And even for now, we're trying to do like some sales that you could come over even there, like spend $5, maybe you could win a TV like that. Like a huge TV.
So I spend $5 and I'll get like a flat screen.
You never know, because what happens is we get like some raffle that you're going to get TVs, some furniture maybe.
Okay.
We'll make a raffle, whatever you buy.
So on the website, you'll also list like the various different sales. I know it's back to school time, so I'm sure a lot of merchants are having back to school sales, back to school discounts. So there'll be a listing of the merchants having sales on there. It'll just be the merchants, and people have to get out there and go check out the stores.
We have a lot of sales now. Like everybody is making a sale in Southern Boulevard right now.
Thank you, guys. I definitely appreciate it. Can you tell me can you tell our viewers once again where they can find out more information about your organization and the merchants on Southern Boulevard?
You can find it on www.southernboulevard.org.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Up next, find out how basketball can turn a high school dropout into a college graduate.
Welcome home, man.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3.
Show them that higher education means a brighter future.
My name is Nnamdi Asamoah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Find out how you can live
7, 8, 9. I heard her say she's good. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Go
1,
to
2,
liveunited.org.
check. Gauchos.
G morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? Lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
When it's time for lunch, a sandwich is a quick and easy choice. And with the right ingredients, it can be good and good for you. So I'm here today to see who can build the ultimate sandwich. All right, when the time is up, our judges will give you their scores. Ready, set, go! Okay, Jason starts out with a multi-grain roll. Ooh, Allison stuffing her pita with, yes, spinach, a great source of iron. Jason isn't skipping on the protein, adding plenty of smoked turkey, just like Allison's putting the finishing touches with crispy red bell peppers for a dose of vitamin A. Time! It looks like we have a tie. We'll need to call in our special guest referee.
Now, these are what I call quick, delicious lunches. Whole grain breads, a whole variety of ingredients. There are so many different ways to build delicious, healthy sandwiches. These two get high marks in every category. I'd say you're both winners. America.
Let's get healthy together.
Hello, viewers, and remember this is a live and interactive talk show, so join us in the conversation by calling 718-960-7241 or just send us an email at open@bronxnet.org. The New York Gauchos program was established in the hopes that sports, specifically basketball, would help reshape the lives of troubled youth. They hope to accomplish this by not only entertaining them or entering them into the world of competitive basketball, but also allowing them to finish high school and pursue a college education. Welcome Rocky Bucano and Andrea Kretschmer are here to tell us about the Gaucho program and their upcoming Teamwork Foundation Gala benefit. Rocky and Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So we were discussing Gauchos, how long Gauchos has been located in its location. Can you take me through the history of Gauchos?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the program was founded in 1967 by Lou Dalmeida, who moved to this country from Argentina, hence the name Gauchos. The program expanded beyond its original location, which was the West Side Y. He found a location which is on Girard Avenue, which was an abandoned factory. And he built it from the ground up in 1986, and the doors opened up in 1987, and we've been there ever since.
So you guys at New York Gauchos, you've had many famous talent from basketball, you know, basketball past and present, walk through your doors. Can you tell me, what does it mean to be cultivating and developing the future, you know, stars, not only stars of the NBA, but these kids are doing well in school. The whole benefit to the program is, you know, getting that balance between school and basketball. How does it work?
Not easy. Well, we start with kids as young as age 5, and we work with kids all the way through juniors in high school. And ultimately the goal is for those high school students to keep them focused on high school, get a great high school education, and then eventually, hopefully get a full scholarship through basketball to a top Division I or Division II college. We have many kids who have come through the program who are right now in some of the top colleges across the country.
Can you tell me, what's it like working with 5-year-olds, teaching them how to play basketball and just trying to get them under control? I know you mentioned 5-year-olds. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, Andrea can speak to that because she's seen that.
Right, that's what my son who's 15, he volunteers on the weekends with the 5 to 7-year-olds. And they do drills and skills, so they're working on exercises and just general fitness and ball handling. And it takes a number of adults to work with, you know, with kids that age on the weekend. And then as the season wears on, they're able to do some scrimmaging, and they really learn how to work together as a team. There's a lot of guidance coming from the sidelines, but they love what they're doing, the kids.
On average, how many 5 to 7-year-olds do you guys work with at any given time?
Well, in our weekend program, we try not to take too many, but we take about 100 kids each session. And we have 2 sessions, one that starts in November, and that session goes all the way through February, and the kids come every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 12. So, and then our second session starts in March and goes all the way through June. So those kids that stay with us from November to June really get the full benefit of the coaching and development and camaraderie and all that kind of stuff that goes along with basketball development.
So in total, how many children are in the program at any given time? I know you mentioned 5 to 7-year-olds, so how many from 5 to, say, junior
we
high
have
school?
we have a little less than 500 kids annually, which is amazing considering we only have one gym, so we have to rotate the teams and the different age groups in and out of the gym, finding enough practice time for them and development time. So and on top of that, we do so many other things in the gym. We rent out the gym to different events, and basketball leagues use our gym, and this year Globe Institute is going to be playing their home basketball games in our gym. So we maximize the space, to say the least, inside Gaucho's gym.
So if someone's interested in signing up for the program, what does a mom or dad have to do to get their child into the program?
Well, they can go to our website, www.newyorkgauchos.com, and on that website we always have all types of information about how people can join our program.
So what if my child doesn't necessarily have any talent? Do you no ball handling skills? Will you help? Do you guys help cultivate those skills? Do you work? Is there an opportunity for one-on-one mentoring?
Well, yes and no. It gets a little tricky. We use our weekend program for the development part, and then after the kids reach age 11, they are in a space where they have to actually try for one of our travel teams.
Okay.
We are, our travel teams is the essence and the heart of the program. The kids get the benefit of traveling all around the country to play basketball. We go to Florida, Virginia, Memphis, Tennessee, California. So we're an elite basketball program. So once you make our team, you've reached that point where you're a special type of basketball player.
So you guys have your annual gala coming up. Can you tell me about the gala, and if anyone's interested in buying tickets, what should they do?
Sure, yeah. Well, we're expecting about 250 people this year, and we're hosting the gala in the gym. This is our first time. We've used some other high-end venues in the past, but we really wanted to make the focus on what we're calling our home court for this year. So we want people to see how amazing the space is, but also how much financial need the organization is still suffering from. So we want to get everybody in the room. We are selling tickets online, and again, the website www.newyorkgauchos.com. What we're also doing this year in celebration of the home court theme is using as many Bronx-based businesses as we can to organize the event. So Mike Stelly from Arthur Avenue, which probably a lot of your viewers are familiar with, he's going to be doing our catering, and we have beverages coming from different Bronx distributors. We're serving Bronx Pop. And we use Beehive Press, also a Bronx-based business, for all our printing. So we're trying to really keep the focus at home. We're hoping to have some local elected officials who will be joining us. And it's our one big fundraiser for the year. We're going to have a free throw contest where you can win an iPad, fun stuff like that.
So we're looking at your website right now, the Weekend Development Program. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me, you mentioned that you guys, obviously this is a fundraiser. When people enroll their children into the program, is it free or is it subsidized? How can we or Bronxites help you out?
Mm-hmm. Well, we would love to have contributions or ticket purchases for people. The lowest ticket price this year is $300. And like I said, we raise the bulk of our annual operating money from the gala. The weekend program is not free, but it's maybe $150, I think, for this session.
It's $165.
$165 for the session, which is, covers a lot of weeks. So it's 2 hours Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday. So it's a relatively inexpensive, it's a good value, let me put it that way. We are serving many, many underserved families, and that is a big part of our focus. We have kids, a lot of our kids are from the Bronx, some of them are from the other boroughs, and every once in a while somebody's coming in from outside New York City, but we're trying very hard to focus on kids for whom an education is often not the first thing on their mind, but because they love basketball, it's like the carrot, and it keeps them engaged, and that's really our mission.
I didn't get into it, but can you tell me, is this a co-ed program?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Boys and girls, all the way from the youngest age on up to the elite, the high school teams, boys and girls. And our girls do amazingly well. Their academic records are, in particular, really outstanding. They go on to some really fine schools.
So if anyone wants to attend the gala, they can log on to gauchos.com to find out more information. If they want to donate, they can also visit the website for that information.
This year we can do it all online. So, and we'll take donations of any size, even if you don't want to come that night. You know, really any amount is welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Want to intern at Bronxnet? Then we have the perfect guest coming up next with the necessary information to get you that internship.
And so the king ordered his men into battle. And even though he was no longer acting in their best interest, they followed obediently. But what if they didn't? What if they just refused? What if selfish leaders got no support? What if people had the courage to stand up when something wasn't right? What if the government didn't just serve a lucky few? What if it was designed and run for all the people, no matter what race, color, or creed? What if we didn't put up with anything less? What if?
According to estimates, over 1 billion people live in appalling levels of poverty. Denied even basic standards of food, water. Nearly half of the world's population earns less than.
Dude, I did the most shocking thing today. It was just something I never thought I'd do.
Did your parents find out?
My mom cried.
What'd you do?
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darks there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future.
My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Find out how you can live united for education. Give, advocate, volunteer. Go to liveunited.org.
Do you wear this?
We're back here on Hopin'. Here at Bronxnet, we offer internships that are pretty much not offered anywhere else. Here, high school students and college students have the opportunity to use the hands-on training not offered at major networks, internships. Also, if you're in high school, then you are given the chance to produce and host your own show at Open 2.0. Here to discuss this and much more is our youth media coordinator, Marissa White. Welcome to the show, Marissa.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Can you tell me, I'm one who has interned here at Bronxnet. Can you tell me the significance of having this internship not only in college, but having that foundation from high school?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, think about it. When you were in high school, did you have the opportunity to intern someplace in the field that you
Not at all.
liked, right? And what's happening is a lot of high school kids are deciding earlier that they want to go into media. A lot of the high schools have programs in place. We're training in the high schools as well as having the high school students train here on site with Open 2.0. So it's huge. It serves many purposes, not just for the on-job training or the job skill training that we provide with the hands-on equipment. And as you said in your intro, they're not going to get the hands-on anyplace else but here, because they're just not. No other facility offers what we offer here. But what's important for high school kids especially is that it helps them with their grades. It helps them stay in school. It gives them goals in terms of college. So they come here and they work with our students that are in college. They work with college graduates like yourself. So they see this hierarchy of training that has happened here at Bronxnet. Not just our college people or our intermediate or advanced students like you, but they come in on the ground level and they get to see where we want them to work up to. My goal for high school kids are, you know what, you need to be doing well in school in order to be here. And I've had teachers and principals tell me that their students' grades have come up as a result. One student in particular, he wasn't in school every day. His grades were suffering as a result of our program. He was in school every day, and his grades were up. That's excellent. That's huge.
It's the little steps like that.
It's the little steps like that. So for us, we want them to be doing well in high school, but we want them to go to college. When you graduate high school, you need to go to college. Once they get into college, then it gets a little hairy because, as you know, I needed to get a job. How do I get a job without experience? How do you get experience without a job? It's that double-edged sword. So we provide experience, and I tell every student, whether you got paid for this internship or not, this goes on your resume. This is job experience, and I act as a reference for every student that walks in here. So if you apply for a job, we're going to be right behind you with letters of recommendation, with phone recommendations, anything that we can do to get you that first job, because it's really tough out there. It's really tough to get the job. So that's what makes us really important.
So as far as high school is concerned, what ages can someone who's sitting at home right now, who's interested in applying to the program, thinks they're kind of young, is there a specific age parameter to joining the Open 2.0 set?
Most of the Open 2.0 kids are in high school. They're sophomores and juniors. I have a few freshmen. We did work with a special group of intermediate aged kids. Those are a little young. Middle school kids it's a totally different kid. And they worked with one of our videographers on a special project. So we do have kids that are in middle school. But for the Open 2.0 kids, it's mostly high school kids. But again, if there's an 8th grader who thinks that he or she wants to come and join the group, we welcome them. And again, they work with our college people on the show. They work with myself and other professionals here at Bronxnet. So.
Is it only open to students in the Bronx, or can other students from other boroughs apply?
We welcome other students from other boroughs. Obviously, we serve our Bronx community, so we will give our slots to our Bronx kids. We want our Bronx kids to be here. But I've had students from Yonkers, I've had students from Queens, I've had students from the other boroughs in the city, and all are welcome here at Bronxnet. We welcome everybody.
Can you take me through the commitment of the program? I think it's very important when someone's doing an internship that they understand that there's specific hours that you're needed and there's that specific dedication to finishing the project.
Right. Well, you just went through our Bronx journalism workshop, so you realize what the importance of that commitment is. And we do run workshops like that where we bring in a professional reporter and videographer to work with our advanced students to really sharpen their skills on packages. But for your basic internship, it's a class. So because they're not in school, they think, okay, it's easy, I'm not in school. It's not. You need to be here at a specific time, you need to be on time, and you need to be here a certain amount of time in order to get that done. I don't like students to be here less than 2 hours. You can't really learn anything in less than 2 hours. So yes, we want you to be committed. And that's not just for your internship, that's job development training. If you show up someplace late, your employer's not going to like it. They don't want to know. They don't care about the trains. They don't care that it was raining outside. You're expected to be on time. So we require the same commitment from our students. We treat this as a job. This is a job for you. And for those that are getting a grade, I can't give you a grade if you're not here. I've had a few students who didn't complete the hours and couldn't get a grade. Most are very successful. It's almost impossible to fail at this because once kids come through the door, they want to be here. They just want to work on the shows and the various projects that we have. But it is a level of commitment, and this is a commitment, and this is an industry that requires commitment. I said it yesterday. You be prepared to work holidays, weekends, your birthday, when there's a hurricane. Life happens 24 hours a day. Television is 24 hours a day. So you don't have the luxury of choosing when you want to work. But it is, by and large, the best industry, I think, hands down.
I think so too. Open 2.0 was nominated for an Emmy this year, but I want to know, after that Emmy nomination, where are we going this year? What kind of programming are we looking forward to, and will we be nominated for an Emmy this year again?
Well, okay, here's the thing. The pilot episode of Open 2.0 was nominated for a New York Emmy, which was huge because it was the pilot. It was the first time we've done this, produced by high school kids in the Bronx. We had several really important guests. We had the Bronx Borough President. We had Jimmy Vacca, councilman. We had a backup singer for Alicia Keys. And we had the Bronx Chamber of Commerce president on that show. So that was huge. And everyone says that it's the nomination that you want. And it's true. Like, after being nominated, it makes us feel like, hey, you know, we're right there with everyone else. So for this season, we do have another episode that we are going to submit for the Emmys. The kids did a lot of musical performances this year. They did a lot of poetry sort of things. They talked to State Senator Gustavo Rivera. They spoke with an urban environmentalist. And one of our high schools, Truman High School, that participated in the internship, 2 of their students won a PSA contest at Eyewitness News. They won $12,000. So they talked to those kids and their teacher. So that's some of the programming that they've produced this year. Of course, we're going to submit for the Emmys. Of course, we want to get the nomination. Of course, we want to bring the Emmy and put it on the set here. We'll bring it on the open set and on the Open 2.0 set. But the thing that matters to me the most is that the kids take pride in what they do, that they know that they're working on a really great show that has been recognized by the industry. So whether the award comes our way or not, we've been recognized. And for us, that's huge.
Thank you, Marissa.
You're welcome.
So if someone wants to find out more information, either a high school guidance counselor, a mom or dad sitting at home, what should they do?
Contact me. They can call me here at the station. It's 718-960-8769. Go to our website, www.bronxnet.org. I'm on there. There's a big section on internships, Marissa, M-A-R-I-S-A, at bronxnet.org. Just go on the website, click on there, send me an email, and come in with your parents. In fact, I have a student with her mom in the control room right now watching the show. She came, I met her at a conference last month, and they're here taking a look at what we do. So, I invite parents and teachers and students to come in, take a look at what we do, and I guarantee you're going to want to come back.
They definitely will. How are you affected by the situations occurring in the Middle East? Correspondent Asta Chavardi spoke with several experts, and we'll have that exclusive footage right after this. Thank you, Marissa.
Hey, Shannon.
You're really not that talented.
You're not attractive.
Too fat.
You're too short.
Too old? Why don't you just give up?
Give up.
Give up. Just give up.
Dude, I did the most shocking thing today. It was just something I never thought I'd do.
Did your parents find out?
My mom cried.
What'd you do?
Can you tell which of these children was not born free? Can you tell which of these children was not born equal? Can you tell which of these children does not deserve to be treated with dignity? We can't either. Human right number one. We are all born free and equal. What are human rights? Find out at youthforhumanrights.org.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, Nicole, good luck on the play tonight. You're welcome. What's up, guys? Now you're gonna make sure that you return those on Monday, right? Thank you. Oh, nice.
We'll talk to you for a second. Go ahead, tell us that. Give me water. Come on, let me get you water. Get out the way.
Hello once again, and welcome back to Open. It's been all over the headlines from the Middle East to the North African region. Libyan rebels launching attacks against Gaddafi, Egyptian protests in Tahrir Square, and in Yemen on the brink of hell. But here, you have to consider these uprisings over 4,000 miles away in parts of the world that many of us have never even heard of can be affecting us in the very state and in our city, and in this borough. Asta Chavarty spoke with several experts on this issue. Let's go take a look at what they had to say on this issue.
It's been all over the headlines from the Middle Eastern and North African region. Libyans attacking Gaddafi, Egyptians protesting in Tahrir Square, and Yemen on the brink of hell. But what do these uprisings, happening over 4,000 miles away, in a part of the world that many of us have never even heard of, mean for this state, this city, this borough, the Bronx? Join me as I explore what the media has dubbed as the Arab Spring that is showing no sign of simmering down this summer.
The revolution itself was a welcome news to everybody, because this was organic revolution where people, ordinary citizens, came out to demand their basic rights, God-given rights. Everybody welcomed that.
As we witness the efforts to democratize, President of the Islamic Cultural Center says we must question the motivations of America's actions abroad and mainstream media coverage of the region.
From get-go, the rebels, in a worst-case scenario, were the legitimate representation of the Libyans. You tell me a single country in Europe or a single place in North America where rebels would be deemed as legitimate representation of their government. It doesn't happen. So playing double standard has been a hallmark of the European approach to the Middle Eastern and African situations, and we can no longer tolerate that.
And just because we get a constant stream of updates about the back and forth between the public and the government, political analyst for Bronxnet and history professor Dr. Mark Mirowitz still feels there are underreported aspects of the story concerning the actual results of the protests, especially in Egypt, where a military council has replaced Hosni Mubarak.
What has happened is Mubarak was out, so everybody thought, oh, Mubarak's out, now everything's different. But in fact, the military council runs the show, and they've been, running, and they're the same generals. I mean, I don't think that's been well reported.
Professor Krista Salamandra says it's not just about the daily stream of news updates.
I think it's our chance to totally debunk the notion that there is something essentially violent about the Arab character. And these things are all nonsense, but they do inform a lot of media coverage, both in the Arab world itself and here.
The uprisings give us a chance to discard the stigma concerning terrorism and violence, and are a glimpse of hope that democracy can be embraced.
Reestablishes the importance of street demonstrations, sit-ins, peaceful protests, which is, I think, the vast majority of what's going on can be characterized as.
Most say it's too early to determine the fate of North African and Middle Eastern regimes. Many people hope to see a more peaceful and representative government in the future, but not everyone agrees.
I think there are countries within the region that seem to be making a pretty, at least the people of the countries, seem to be making a pretty clear statement that they want a different kind of government and a different kind of rule. Whether that results in the entire region democratizing, I'm not sure that that's true. Northern Africa and the Middle East are different places, and the leadership has a different situation in each of the countries.
I think there will be probably some opportunities for people to experience new freedoms, to become more in control of their own destinies, but some of those governments are very entrenched, have been there a long time, and they're not going to give up their power overnight.
Perhaps there's something innate in us, in American values, that we wait and hope for freedom across the Atlantic. Dr. Mirowitz thinks there is.
This means a lot to Americans. Americans care about freedom. They care about democracy. And we care about the people in Egypt and Tunisia and Yemen. We care about them. We want them to be free. We want them to express themselves. Of course, that's the American idea. That's always been the American idea.
Whatever the outcome in the Middle East or North Africa, democracy or not, the uprisings are affecting members of the Bronx community and changing our own perceptions of what it means to have a say in one's government. This has been Asta Chaturvedi reporting for Bronxnet.
Once again, it's been a pleasure coming into your homes. We'd like to thank our guests for joining us, and especially you, our viewers, for tuning in. You can tune in tonight for the recable cast of Open at 10 p.m. on Channel 67. And of course, you can catch a new episode Friday at 10 a.m. with Rhina Valentin. With love, take care. This has been Open.
Now, Krista, make sure you stay with her the whole time. She's new to the country. This is her first day. This is a brand new country. It's a whole different culture.
Gonna be okay.
Now, make sure you stay with her the whole time. I'll be here right after school to pick you up.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ignore my mom. She's so annoying. She's totally freaking out about this whole thing. She freaks out about everything. She always does that. Ugh. Ignore my mom. So, ready for your first day in the Wicked Castle of Doom? I mean,
like, seriously, it's so boring. I don't know how they could put us through this, like, every single day. How many schools do you have in your village?